Hello, my name is Desiree Johnson, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my sport, which is gymnastics. Gymnastics in general is like a mental focusing sport. Like, you have to be fully committed and fully driven and determined and have a strong mental state to be able to do the sport. As each level progresses, as beginners, that's when you should start, really exercising those skills as to complete such tasks and, just training in general, because training in gymnastics, you have to train like literally maybe 4 or 5 times a week and just constantly in the gym. You're basically living in the gym. So number one thing you have to do is just have a good determination and mental focus to the sport. So the basic rules for gymnastics is pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory. It is no jewelry or any type of jewelry. You can't have no loose earrings, no necklaces, no like anklets, no belly piercings, due to like your safety reasons, because you can't just be doing like a tumbling skill on the gym mat floor and you land wrong and you tear your earring out of your ear hole. The next one is obviously your hair has to be tied up. You can't have any like loose hairs flowing around, just to get it out of your way whenever you're doing like even like a simple little tumbling skill, or like the bars or the vault, just in case if you do like a roll and you don't want to like land on your hair, it can easily just tear it out of your scalp and it'll just be bad. And the next rule is the girls must wear leotards, no baggy clothes. It's just, you have to do that just for you just have to do it. Like, you can't have no skirts, no zippers, no belts, no like buckles. You have to just be aware of that, because you can't just be wearing baggy clothes for gymnastics, because you can trip up on baggy clothes too. And same thing for boys. The boys, boys can have like no shirts on, and boys have to have, for like younger boys, it can be like t-shirts have to be tucked into shorts, or like little men's tights. Same thing applies for the girls, for boys, like no buckles, no belts, no zippers, obviously for safety reasons, and it will be smart enough not to do that. The next rule is no shoes on the gym mats, and that's self-explanatory. You don't want to dirty up the gym mats or anything. Picking up something from walking outside and then put it on the gym mats can cause harm, maybe like cut yourself and stuff like that. So just to be aware, just like know, as soon as you enter the gym, you have to take off your shoes, just wear socks or no shoes at all, just be barefoot. And obviously for the world of gymnastics, to get there 5 to 10 minutes early to get some extra stretching done before we start the lesson. It's important to get a lot of stretching done, because whatever task that you're working on, whatever private lesson that you're working on, you're gonna have to, because your body is it needs to not prevent from soreness too, and your body needs to be aware and be conscious of what you're doing, and you don't want to strain yourself. You don't want to just take yourself out of the equation of the sport too soon because you're not stretching. The next rule is no foods or drinks allowed on the gym mats or even in the gym, because people are clumsy and they can put it on the gym mats and just ruin it, or they can just put crumbs and it'll just be messy, and it's just not smart. Just eat before you come to any lessons, or any lessons or private lessons, or your team practices. The next rule is all equipment must be handled with care and respect. Whenever you're done with anything, whenever you're done with it, just make sure you just put it back where it is. Don't damage it. Don't literally just leave it out, because you just in general of the respect of the gym, and in sports of gymnastics or any sport, you have to just can't like handle equipment nicely. Just in case, you know, if it just gets tore up easily, you just have to handle it with respect and care. The next rule for gymnastics is no horseplaying. No horseplaying in the gym, because people can easily get hurt. You have to be aware of your surroundings and like who's, I don't know, probably doing like a tumbling pass, or who's going to be on the bars, the vault. You have to be aware, and you just can't just be lollygagging and just like horseplaying, because you can easily hurt yourself, and that's not what you want as a team or just for yourself. And lastly, of what you need to do is work as a team. If you're on like a certain like level of skills, you're gonna be like on a team, so you have to like work as a team. Communicate is also like a #1 thing big in gymnastics. You have to learn how to communicate and talk to your instructors, like to see if you're hurt, see if you're not hurt. You have to commit to the skills and follow through. You can't just back out. As you keep playing your skill progressions, and whenever you master a basic skill, you're gonna have to keep like doing more difficult skills. So if you're not comfortable with it, you can talk to your instructor about it, and they can happily like explain to you and just like get through it, and like, you know, progress your mental state. And back to the no horse playing. You can't just be playing around on the equipment too. That's how you can damage it easy. And you have to make sure, like, whenever like you're in the gym just doing like tumbling passes, or like make sure like you have space, and like make sure like you don't hit anybody or stuff like that. And for like the equipment that you're using for like the gym, since I'm like doing like the beginners, like it's easy to use like a foam little wheel, or like a cheese wedge for like beginners to do like a simple like a back bend or a nice little handstand. You can always use a wall. That's one of the equipments too that's used. And just like also you can use your parents just like to help you support. That's, we call that equipment. You use that equipment and stuff like that. And other than that, with all the rules and the equipment, I think that is it. Thank you.